Hello, I am not a Piscean King in hiding, and welcome back to After the Flash Deep 6. Last time we covered all the stuff down that way. We went down to these trailer homes, to that church, to that camp, and you can see the towers next to the power plant over there. Today, we shall be continuing forward into Whitman Bay, and we'll complete this whole area over here. So this will be a bit of a longer one. But behind the scenes, I had actually recorded this entire episode yesterday. I had a very good run of it. Very nice 35-minute video. I went to listen to it. My mic wasn't on. It didn't pick up anything. So, at the very least, I have a plan in mind. I know generally what to say. So, yes, Whitman Bay is a small village on the other side of the map from Southside. Across the bridge down the road, all that jazz. You've been here the entire time, I hope. Doesn't have that many buildings. It's a smaller, less popular place. I didn't see many role plays over here compared to Southside, but I've always enjoyed the vibes over here. So we start here. Whitman Health Center. It's a little military advertisement here. The helmet fits you. Enlist in the army today. So yes, this place is an actual health center, an actual little clinic, which is the only actual clinic on the map. There's a few regular posters here that you would see in a doctor's office, including a military one, of course. Have some seats, front desk, some water, computer. This back hall, we have the actual rest of the hospital. Let's go counterclockwise. Here are all the beds, IVs. We have a sink here. Have a very silly poster. Just a pill bottle out in the open. Some supplies probably in here. 4 beds. Not the most occupancy, but you know, 4 is better than 1. And here we have storage closet. Employees must wash hands before returning to work, of course. There's only one sink in the building, though, I'm pretty sure. You have IV rack. You have some supplies. You have these. I believe these are refrigerators to keep samples or something in the correct state, vaccines or needles. I don't know exactly. And you can pull out these bits. I'm not familiar with these, but I like the build, and I can generally recognize that these are a thing that exist. Yeah, storage closet right across the hall. We have surgery room. Oh, there's a second sink in this place. Okay, that makes sense. There's a sink in here. We have this surgery robot doodad on wheels. I don't know how realistic this is. Um, it's got tools and little things, a bit more precise than a person. Although it is on wheels, I don't think I'd want to have. I mean, they lock up probably. I'm not too familiar with medical equipment. Here we have a bunch of tools: pliers, scalpel, screwdriver, wrench. Probably not actually a screwdriver and a wrench, it's a hammer. That just looks like a wrench. I don't think. I suppose I don't know how Roblox folks work. Anyway, yeah. Secure at surgery room, regular stuff. And in here is. I initially thought this was a break room, but no, this is the office. We have a scale here, desk, some hand sanitizer, broken clock. What time is it? That would be 9. That's 15, so 9:10 roughly. Neat. Alright, that's the entirety of this place. It's already night. There's someone else in the server, and they started the day-night cycle. So they've thrown everything out of order, but I don't really feel like waiting for them to get off, so whatever. I'm not going to spend money on a private server. I'll probably save that for when. I already have a few Robux in the game, so I'll probably save that for when I am doing the later, more populated games. Here we have a ambulance. Can't drive it around, unfortunately, but it is an ambulance. Plenty of stuff in here. No gurney. Is that the right word? Gurney? I don't know. But, yeah, it's cool to have. local ambulance. Here is a restaurant, a little eatery. I always love the restaurants in this game. The Anchor, the other fish-themed restaurant. There's one in Southside too. I forget what the Soup Shark. That's the one in Southside. That one gets bombed. Here we have our menu, which is hilariously cheap. American fish burger. It's just actual real food. Rice with mixed nuts, guacamole and tortilla, poutine. Very cheap. I wonder what I know I've said this before, but I really do wonder what the economy of this place is. We have a jukebox, plenty of pictures, lots of seating, very nice, cozy. Here's the back kitchen, some stocks overhead, supplies overhead. There's a tip jar, refrigerators, a sink, a lobster with a knife perpetually stuck in it. Plenty of stuff. Very cool. I love the feel of this place. It opens out to where the dumpsters are. I can imagine sitting here with the rain going on outside, have a drink. Probably has a more cafe feel. Water is free. Oh, and you get a free cup of coffee too. Cool, cool. Right here, we have Pete's Gun and Tackle. Gun and Tackle. Pete. Little, you can see the tackle right here. See the guns. Oh, hunting place. Just sells hunting gear. Got some hooks on the counter right here. Didn't see those before. Those are tiny. I really like this. This is a cool little build. Fortunately, I can't open the latch here. I'm gonna skip this for now. I'm gonna continue that way, but there are two spots I want to show off. First, I gotta turn this lamp on. Down the dock here, some crates and whatnot. Probably really slippery at this the rain. We have a small sailboat manned by this wonderful Q, excellent pilot. Bet it with my life. Yeah, sailboat. This game is so dang dark. Can't wait to get to the games that actually have light. Here we have a security checkpoint. Can't get through this spot without it being opened, though of course by default it is open. Little checkpoint room right here. Jug of water, a radio, a magnifying glass, perhaps for ID checking. And over here we have a large cargo ship, the second boat of the map that we get to explore. Hoorah, I love boats. Memory serves this, well, I'm not going to memory serve. This boat is owned by the Royal Commerce Organization. It's got a Union Jack up there. It's a British ship, keeping in trade with the United States. It says here that they have a Brazilian trade embargo, which the PRT does not support. So they still trade with the People's Republic of Tidewater, but kind of secretly. We have medical stuff over here. I like how it's under this, so this hypothetically opens. It, of course, does not actually open, but, it could. This is a fully functioning ship. Here we have some clothing, and back here, there's just some crates. More crates, more lamps. Shutting all the doors behind me. And here we enter the actual where people would be. Table where they play poker, just cards. Use your imagination, doesn't matter too much. A lot of loose crates. I imagine some stuff has to be held down, bolted down, at least some things. Over here we have the beds. Never gonna remember what this kind of room is called on a ship. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know. It is eternally 9:10. Just saying a snapshot of time, which is funny because this is the one game that has an actual progression of events. Oh yes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are 12 beds here. There are 12 people, presumably, on this ship. 12 crew members. Upstairs, through here, we have mess hall, or just, I don't know, where they eat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two people don't get to sit with the others. Working everything, we have drinks and a teapot right here. Pretty sure this is the only teapot in the game. And of course, it's on the British ship. You know, gotta have your tea. It's funny to me that none of this is. I don't think any of this is battened down. I think it's the word batten. None of this is hooked down. It's just kind of sitting here. It's incredible. None of this has fallen off, especially the bottle that's on its side. Although these are all cubes, these are all square, so it's probably fine. Still love that there's a teapot. I don't think I've ever seen a teapot in this game other than here. Over here, restrooms. Yep, 2 toilets, 4 showers, all right next to each other, hilariously tight. I don't like thinking of the potential. I imagine this room wasn't very often went into. I mean, who wants to roleplay in the bathroom, right? Who wants to? Who wants to? No, that doesn't happen. No one roleplays in the showers. Anyway, moving on from that, here we can see on top of the ship. Just checking. Oh, there's multiple players. Is that 2 or 4? There's 2 entire people over there. Sorry for flashbanging you with the orange. I hope they don't come up here and interrupt. Here we have the bridge, which is generally the same as the, the other boat. USS Windfall. That's what it is. Yep. Generally the same. It's the steering wheel. The map of the world. Very cool. This is an old map. Sudan is still one nation. There's no South Sudan here, which I find rather funny. Yeah, that's where the timeline split. Either that, or they got back together. Anyway, that's the boat. Doesn't have a name. I've checked it before, but I love the modeling. It's very, very cool. Anchored down. Yes. Before I continue this way, there's one other thing I want to show off. Probably should have done this in the previous video, especially considering it was so short. But down the beach over here, you can see a lighthouse. My cat is laying on my phone and it buzzed and woke her up. It's very cute. But yeah, there's that outhouse right here. Boat with plenty of water on it. So yeah, here is this horrible bridge right here. I would absolutely trip on this if this were real. This especially right here. Just put another plank of wood. I don't want to have to balance across this one little bit. The rest of it's terrible, but okay, I guess. Anyway, here we are in the lighthouse. People live here. Got some seats, got a bed, medical supplies, toilet paper. 4 mugs that are eternally on this rack. I don't think you, I mean, not rack, I don't know, this thing. I don't think you can get those off. They seem pretty solidly stuck eternally, unless the handles come off, but I doubt it. Hidden lantern, have to turn that on. Plenty of supplies under the stairs. Up this horrible ramp, that would be so steep. It is steep. Up these scary stairs is this little spot. Person sleeps here. Not the worst sleeping spot I've seen in these games. Sometimes there's a bed right next to a sheer cliff in these games. At least this has plenty in the way, so I feel safer in this bed than a lot of other ones, but still not great, especially since if there's particularly heavy rain, you're getting wet. Everyone in here is getting wet if it's raining outside. Upstairs, got a telescope looking out the hole. Can see some stuff over there. I don't know what that is specifically. up some more stairs, and we can exit up top. What is that? I'm trying to remember what was over there. I don't know. Regardless, here's this. Here is the absolute worst pathway ever. Oh my gosh. So there's more up top. So these folks decided that this is the best path to get to the top. Oh gosh. See, I feel nervous going up this, and this is a video game. It's so tight. It's awful. Anyway, we're up top now. On the lighthouse, got some whiskey and beer. Very nice. And seats. Another telescope. Very cool. The actual light itself does not work, unfortunately. At least I don't believe it does. I don't think there are any switches for it. None that I've found. Anyway, that's the lighthouse. Terrible little place. I love it though. Excellent vibes. I love the hanging platforms. I love the precariousness, but only in theory. In practice, it's terrifying, but fun. Very, very cool. I like it a lot. Let's go down. Shut the door behind us. Also, there's a fancy little door. I didn't notice that. A windowed door. Very cool. So, defunct lighthouse, but, you know, people live there. In here, we have a cave. The campfire that's just going to smoke it out because the exit is lower than the cave itself. It's a fallout shelter over here. It's a car. It's a barrier. So yeah, it's a fallout shelter right here. Bloody handprint. Plenty of signs on the floor that say such things as open up, take my baby with you, save us, we will die out here, and a very nice font. This person took their time making that sign. And they're after us, which is a scary one. I wonder when those signs were made exactly. Was that it's a fallout shelter, so I assume shortly before the bombs fell in this world. It's deep enough in a cave that you're probably okay. But who's after them? Is it the mutants, the undead mutants from the earlier games? Is it military folk? Who could it be? I don't know. Anyway, we go inside, turn on the lights, turn this light on. I found this out recently. You can turn this light on, which is very cool. I like that a lot. Shut the door behind us. Don't want anyone getting in. And here we have this absolutely hilariously small fallout shelter. Some cinder blocks over here. Workout, American flag. Sink with working plumbing. So I do wonder if people live here currently. I suppose it depends on your roleplay, but potentially there are people that just trade that work over in the village over there that live here. This might just be where some people live, or they might have just been stuck down here forever, and with their single bed that you lay down sideways in. They put that in wrong. Come on, Flash Storm. Aren't your games supposed to be impeccable? They're not, but you know they're very cool. Hunt, bathroom, shower, very regular, full computer setup right here. And over here we have large storage closet, big old machinery thingy doohickey right here. Don't know what it is, but it's cool. Got a bottle of wine, some destroyed shelves, a hatchet, very thick hatchet, but you know, use your imagination. Probably some cans of food, if I had to guess. Ammo boxes, if I also had to guess. Yeah, you have to use your imagination for all this. Yeah, I wonder what kind of role plays took place in that place. I said place a lot there. Leaving the spot, going back to Whitman Bay. It's dark again. Wunderbar. Can't see 30 feet in front of me. Excellent. I didn't want to actually see where I was going. across the beach. See the water moving. It's very quiet over here. I'm gonna zoom out. Still 2 players over there. Over here, we have gas station and merchant services, which is precisely what it says. We have some tools on the counter. We have some server racks for some reason. Some shelving, a printer. I like this model a lot. It's a bit too close to the wall, in my opinion. You kind of have to really reach in there to put your papers over here, but or it comes out that side. Regardless, it's a very tight fit. You might have to wheel it away or just drag it away. It doesn't seem to have wheels. But yeah, very cool little model. I really like it. Here, we got some diagramming, paper. You have a rear window gated thing for the gas station right here. It's a gas station. It's the 3rd gas station in the map. It's very cool. I love to see it. It's a mailbox right here. I wonder what mail jurisdiction serves Whitman Bay. I'm never gonna remember the name. I wonder what mailman serves this area. There's no post office like there is in Southside. That does mean that it gets to not be destroyed, which is pleasant. Here we have Interpark. This is an apartment building. It's been a while since we've seen an apartment building. We have the front counter, computer, some mailboxes, filing cabinets. This one is for rent, so it's not fully furnished. Although someone's spending their free time here. Bathroom just has some supplies in it. Doesn't even have a shower. I feel like the rest, no showers. Have some fine china here, of course. Other for rent room, although this one probably has a bit of a squatting situation. Although they might just not have taken down the for rent sign yet. Another bathroom, no sink, so it's more of a half bath. Very small, very simple. Now let's go upstairs. There's no lights up here, so they just have lanterns. Here is another bedroom. The bricks are slightly misaligned, which is bugging me. They should not be misaligned, but they are, so whatever. Single bed, couch, plenty of seating, a broom. These bathrooms actually have baths in them. Showers, toilet paper. They all have lanterns, I assume, just because they have to cut the power. This area is at war, or burgeoning on war, so having lanterns everywhere is absolutely a good idea. Another single bed. No bedroom. Two room apartments, one with very large bathrooms. I feel like they could cut down the bathroom space just a bit. Toilet paper kind of eats into the wall here, as does this door eating into these crates. Very small apartments. Imagine if there was ever a role-play in Whitman Bay, it'd be a cozy place for your character to stay. Little mini fridge right here. These people don't even get a full fridge, they get a mini fridge. The little picture. Some mountains. Very nice. Toolbox. Here's the bathroom. The bathroom doesn't have a lantern in. Oh, wait, it does. There it is. It's on the floor. All the toilet paper is always in the wall. I don't know why. Bugs me. But also I find it funny. It doesn't bug me that much. Another one. One thing I really like about this apartment building is that all of the apartments are unique. They all have different beds. They all have slightly different furniture layouts, different stuff on the counters. This one has plates and cups and whatnot. They have a full fridge with some, whatever this is, maybe a side panel. Sure, the bathrooms are all the same, but what you'd think they'd fully make new bathrooms. You don't need that much in a bathroom. And up here is the roof access. Got a satellite dish. Some air conditioners, I presume. Yeah. Very cool apartment building. The only apartment building in the area. There's a handful over in Southside, but that's an entirely different nation. So this is the only apartment in the north side, which is interesting to think about. Over here we have a little shelter for your vehicles and your trash bags and your cinder blocks. Right here is Abe's Market, natural goods. Want to take her for a spin? Then why don't you join the Air Force and save democracy? Enlist today. Your VTOL helicopters. All right, natural food store. Plenty of shelving with ambiguous items for you to pretend to buy. Some refrigerators. This is where Abe himself sits, I'm pretty sure. Abraham Lincoln himself. He has whatever that is. I don't actually know what that is. Is that a hand scanner? No clue. Got some fish here with tiny little signs for their prices. I love the tiny little signs. Yeah. Natural food store. Very cool. Very cool. Right here is a warehouse owned by the RCO, the folks that have that big old ship over there. Some desks, computer, whiteboard, plenty of shelving space. Clothes, some doohickeys, some other doohickeys. I questioned previously, I don't remember if I did this in the previous video or in my failed take of this video, how people got propane, but I imagine they were from the folks here. They import propane tanks from a civilization that was not nuked into the ground. Out back we have a yard, one could say backyard, a truck. Can't drive the truck, not allowed to drive the truck. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh no. Okay, accidentally tabbed out of the game. I had to fight against it to get back in. Don't know if I'll keep that in the game. Maybe I'll edit that in the video. Maybe I'll edit that out. But that happened. Anyway, rooftop, helipad, plenty of lights to click on, solar panels. Very cool, very cool. I'll shut that because I have a cooler way out. This incredibly fast opening gate, which unfortunately does not fling me into space. Very disappointing. I wish it did. Love it when doors do that. Going back over here, we have the Whitman Bay Sheriff's Office. Front desk, American flag, nice magnifying glass. Bottle of water, here's a little water dispenser. Back here is the only prison cell in the region. 2 beds, toilet, sink. They have a nice printer, same model. I still love this model, top tier model. Some office space. I assume these are papers. For a moment, I was like, "What the heck is this? Is this a?" I saw it in another building, and it only just occurred to me. I think that's full of papers of some sort. Probably. I really hope you don't hear that knocking. I have to listen to this video back, make sure it's actually bearable. Anyway, we have a back closet. We have some filing space, filing cabinets. Some nondescript doodads up here. Probably not a landmine, but also who knows. Yeah, that's the sheriff's office. Down that way goes to nothing. The stuff over here is stuff we've already explored. Now for the rest of the map. There's a bit of a camp over here, so we're gonna take the long way around and explore the last regular building of Whitman Bay. It is just down the road past here. So I will just walk don't have much interest in commentary other than this tank, which is very cool. It's a bit on the road. Looks ancient. I wonder how new these roads are. These roads might be refurbished from what the area used to be, but it seems like this area used to be a city of some sort. There's plenty of destroyed buildings and such. So I imagine it used to be a city in the past before nuclear warfare. Anyway, the treads are all destroyed. It's all mossy and very, very cool. I love tanks. Just down here, we have a building and a dock. I'll go down to the dock first. Very cool. I like how it's got a bit of a separation from the street here. I have a painter's easel. Draws, paints. Got 2 boats, which unfortunately you cannot drive. Very sad. Would have been cool. Sandstorm had a boat that you could drive. Seems like the old games were just better. In here, you have some fishing equipment, tubs. This is a model that's actually in one of the wooden houses, if you remember. I don't remember which one, but it was in one of them. Windows broken. Yeah, other dock that's not taken over by trading folk. Over here is the Red Rocket Radio Bop, their radio station itself. Got a broken window, plenty of doodads, a J, a microphone, front desk, some seats. At the back meeting room, plenty of papers. I can visualize what this is. I can't visualize why this is. I don't work in offices. Here we have the recording studio. May get some mysterious black liquid. Or maybe that's just a black bottle. Who knows? Very cool. Server rack. Oh, there's a lamp here. Gotta turn the lamp on. A lot of radio equipment. Very, very cool. Couple microphones. I imagine there's two DJs that banter off each other. Or maybe this is just a pure news station. Although, given the name of it, Red Rocket, I doubt it. Here is the bathroom. Restrooms. Yep, that's what it is. Restrooms. Not much to add there. A very cool building. On top of the building, there is the actual radio tower. I wonder if I can get on it. Here. Here's my nonsense. Blinding you with the sun. Is there a way around? I wonder. Ah, there it is. Cool. Okay, this is a lot easier. Ladder. Get up here. Old truss blocks. Large radio tower. Cannot get on it. Oh, wait, yes, I can. It's at a slight angle, which means that I can't get on it. Okay, whatever. It's very neat. Air conditioning. Cool little thing. Cool large thing, actually. And the last thing that we'll be exploring, touring today is just over here. It's turning night again. Dagnabbit. Alrighty. Here is an old ruined building. Beware the squirrels. It's a squirrel holding a skull. Terrifying. Here we have a little scrap hut. Very simple, just made out of locally scrapped materials. Got a grill. Doesn't even have a door, just has a cloth of some sort. Some wood supplies. Probably just goes to town to buy stuff. I wonder if this is real estate. Did someone just build this and live here, or was this built a while ago and then someone sold it for like $20? Considering the economy in this world is so absurdly good that full meals cost up to 5 cents, maybe. Who knows? That's a electric tower falling over. Cool, very cool. And over here is a camp. Just a campsite. Old car, square wheels, as it were. But this isn't the main focus. No. It's in here. Another old destroyed building with a very cool thing. This is one of those big old troop transport ships that you could find in like After the Flash 3, and there's one on a building in After the Flash 5 Rain. Yeah, if you recognize this, it's all rusted. In those games, they're black and red. But this one, it's ancient, rusted, it's been rained on, it's all mossy. It's very cool. I love the use of a familiar model. This is just really cool. Just gotta say. But over here, we have a big thing. Don't know what that is, but it is a big thing. That is for sure. Go down the roof here. The lamp. Main attraction is down here. Where is the ladder? There's a ladder right here. We go down into this area. Just trying to turn on all the lamps. Very important to me that I turn on all the lamps. Oops, I dropped the universe. It was an accident, I swear. It's still good, right? Anyone got duct tape? I don't. Love silly graffiti. Although no, I wonder if this is property. Did someone purchase this? Underground. I assume this is a subway. Someone sleeps here right next to the giant hole in the ceiling. This isn't really a place I'd want to sleep. I'd want to sleep deeper in, but also this place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Love underground places like this. Very cool. Turn on all the lights. Sit in all these chairs, which is kind of funny to me. The front desk of what this place used to be, information desk. Now this is just where people live. Got some posters. Enough is enough. Hues, freedom, and prosperity. Use some old paint. I wonder if this is someone currently painting or if this is just left over from an age past. Stop him. This guy. And the job's done. Don't like that guy. Old military posters in this world. Very cool. Here we have a train station. Well, not a train station. A tram with some cages. Some horrifically... They open inward. These should open out. Why do they open in? You're never leaving because we can't get it open. You have to squish yourself against the wall to open it. That's frightening. Don't like that. That's like a special level of inhumane. Plenty of seats. You can sit down, ignore the people in the cages behind you. I wonder if this is its own little society down here. Well, I guess society is not the correct word, but, you know, like, separate from Whitman Bay and separate from the U.S. Just its own little place over here with their own little laws. Is this its own town is what I'm saying? Is this essentially its own town? Or is this just where people live? Because it's a town. Shut up, me. Timothy Motors. Get yours today. All these posters I want to say with a southern accent. Sody Pop. Tastes like, especially this one. Haro Sody Pop. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Top quality automobiles. Third Motors Manufacturing. Is that double I on purpose? I doubt it because there ain't one right there, but there is one on that. Echo 8958. War never ends quietly. Blackjack. November. Join us today. First Armored Productions. This is a propaganda movie. D Corp. Keeping freedom alive since 2019. Now hiring in fields. Rail weaponry development. Advanced weapon science. Advanced gunsmithing. If you or a friend are skilled in any of these fields, please contact our employee offices located 6.4 miles from this Hyperloop station. In one direction. Who knows? It is in a direction. Does it matter? You know where it is. 6.4 miles. Anyway, here we have Hyperloops that, like, there's no tram cars in here. This is just the tunnels themselves. Got themselves a brewery right here. Very nice, very cool. We love alcohol. It's my favorite thing. It's not, but you know, we do love it. Some beds, 2 beds, some seating, plenty of drinks, plenty of water. I wonder if these folks buy stuff in Whitman Bay, if they have any relations to the RCO. or if these people live underground for a reason. Maybe they don't want to be found, despite the fact they are literally a stone's throw away from Whitman Bay. But all those sorts of things you take with a grain of salt, because you kind of assume the actual region is bigger. In the lore for the pre-war power station, one we explored in the last video, it says it's half a mile down the road from Fort Shad, when it is literally just right there from Fort Shad. It's not half a mile. I do wonder what the overall size of this map would be. Like, would it be a mile across? Half a mile? What's the map size of these? Very fun to think about. Yeah, some more bedding, some creepy underground bits. I would not want to live here. Like in real life, as a character, this is peak. This is peak character living conditions. But in real life, this is terrible. No. Very creepy, very underground, very lonely. I would get so lonely in a place like this. Don't even get to see the sun unless you go out, which I imagine there's probably like a rotating watch. If these are actually outlaws, then I imagine there's a rotating watch to make sure that the U.S. military or police, local police, don't find them. You know, despite the fact that they found one of the most notable places to rest, I imagine that this is a fairly well-known campsite to the folks over at Whitman Bay. But whatever, it is a very cool spot. And I believe that will be all for this video. I had a good time making this a second time, because this is my second take, dagnabbit. Whitman Bay is an excellent little location. I've always liked it, even though it's never been popular. Everyone likes to go to Southside, go to the bar over there, take their time walking down the streets, go to the courthouse, all that. No one goes to Whitman Bay. Frankly, for a while, I didn't even know Whitman Bay existed. I don't know if this was added in a later update. I genuinely don't, because I didn't know about it. For all intents and purposes, to me, the map ended at the middle bridge point. I didn't know about any of this. But it's very neat, very cool. I very much like it. So that'll be it for this video. I'll see you next time when I explore the last of the map. That's right, this is the penultimate episode. The next one will be the finale. And it'll probably be a rather long one, because the last chunk of the map is long and maze-like. Some of you might know what I'm got saved for last. It's a very cool part of the map. So yes, thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to comment if you have anything to say. As always, thank you for watching. Again, I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good day.